check this out yourself. It says that our soils are depleted of minerals. Actually, I have it right here in front of me, and I'd like to share just a couple of excerpts for you. The alarming fact is that fruits and vegetables and grains now being raised on millions of acres of land that no longer contain enough certain needed minerals are starving us, no matter how much we eat them. Another excerpt says, healthy plants mean healthy people. We can't raise a strong race on weak soil. So you might say, Lisa, well, I'm going to exercise more, I'm going to eat more. But we just told you right here that the plants and animals and the vegetation that we eat don't have the value that we think it has. Are we saying don't eat fruits and vegetables? Absolutely not. We're simply saying you must supplement, and you must be aware that our fruits and vegetables that we feed our children don't have the value that we think it does. So what do we do? What do we do with all this information? Remember, this is a message of hope and healing. I say we mobilize. I say we take this information and we take our lives back. There are a lot of people that have benefited from this 90 for Life message. And it doesn't matter the age, guys. We know 60, 70, 80 years old getting off the hip replacement list. This 90 for Life movement has helped Nelson Mandela. He received our minerals, longevity vitamins and minerals, while he was in prison. Country singer Willie Nelson. Evander Holyfield had a heart attack in the ring. Some of you might have watched that match. Dr. Joel Wally took only a few months to repair his heart, and he boxed again. This program has helped civil rights leaders, Coretta Scott King and Andrew Young, countless of world-class athletes. I recently heard about Lance Armstrong, and the list goes on and on. So guys, I know when we name drop, that gives the program more credibility, but I'm going to suggest something to you. Everyone on this line, under the sound of my voice, no matter if your name is in a textbook or written in light, you are important to someone. And I'm suggesting to you, if something happened to you unnecessarily and suddenly, there are a lot of people that would be devastated. And we have to make sure that that does not happen. But on this line today, I have someone that we may be able to identify with more. She may not be in light, her name may not be in light, but she is a superstar nonetheless. Coming out of that Coatesville, Virginia, Coatesville, Pennsylvania area with an amazing story of hope and inspiration. Miss D. Washington, are you there? Yes, Lisa, can you hear me? I can hear you clearly. Share your message with everyone, which I think is an amazing message, particularly as a mother, how you got your life back from the 90 for Life movement.
Well, thank you, Lisa, so much for inviting me on this call. I'll tell you what, folks, the 90 for Life message has truly changed my life. A couple of years ago, and I will try to keep this brief, a couple of years ago, I was starting to experience some problems, with my monthly cycle. And as you know, as women, we have a monthly cycle every single month. Well, instead of being 5 days or so, mine started to get longer and longer, heavier and heavier, and I became anemic. I was up to 17 days, and the longest point I had a cycle that was 23 days. And if there are any women on the line, you know how debilitating that can be. I was tired. My iron was low. I had become anemic. Gaining weight, and I was exercising, but I could not lose weight. Other things that happened, my skin was itchy and dry, my hair started to thin. And I was just really going through some issues. So I went to, my gynecologist, what was down, and, they did an ultrasound, said, yeah, you have fibroids, this is part of the course. Our recommendation to you is a hysterectomy. And I said, okay, was there any other options? And basically, he told me no. So I did what was available. I went to another doctor. And basically, he looked at my paperwork, looked at my ultrasound, looked at the ultrasound, and said, yeah, well, you had fibroids, your mother had fibroids, and you just had the hysterectomy. So I didn't get the answer I wanted, so I went to a third doctor. This time I went to a woman. So that other thing was a female gynecologist to understand that I meant, but I did not want to have major surgery done. Was there another option? And basically, that female gynecologist told me the exact same thing. She's like, listen, you're 40, you don't want any more kids. Just have to get the rest of it. It's all you said and done, and you can go on about your way after about 8 to 12 weeks of recovery. So I was just despondent about it, but I went ahead and scheduled the surgery. Well, lo and behold, and thank God, I was able to meet Dr. Wallace just a few weeks later after that. And in the question and answer session, I was actually able to ask him the question when he was on his way out of the door, because I had not been picked for the questions, but I was determined to get an answer to my situation. So he told me exactly what I needed to do. He asked me a few more questions, and asked me about my driving stuff, asked me about my hair thinning and my skin and all that. And he said, you know what? That's your thyroid. And your thyroid controls everything. He said your heavy breathing, the fact that you gain weight, that you can't lose it. He said all of these conditions are coming from your thyroid. Your thyroid is functioning at a very, very slow rate. He said, matter of fact, your thyroid is basically crawling. So he told me to get the Healthy Start Pack. I started with that, and then I went on to the Ocean Flow, which helps to stimulate the thyroid. And I'll tell you that Lisa was in. And Dr. Brown told me, he said, it's going to take about 4 months. So after 4 months, you should be good. And I'll tell you that after 4 months, I started to bed down for 5 days. Things were not heavy at all. It was just basically back to normal. It has been over a year since this has happened. I've actually been able to lose weight now. I've actually lost 43 pounds so far. And I'll tell you what, I am super excited because Dr. Wallace literally changed my life. His the life message literally changed my life. I did not have to take off 8 to 12 weeks from work. And, as a single parent, I definitely could not afford to do that, and being a business owner as well. So I was able to, number one, avoid the surgery. Number two, take out all natural products. And number three, I got my life back. So I am just super excited about the message. I'm super excited about all the lives that Dr. Wallace and we are touching with this 90 for Life crusade. And with that, Lisa, I'm going to call back to you.
Thank you so much, Dee, for sharing your story. God, that's the story that we hear constantly and all the time. And I'm so happy for Dee and her family that they were able to take the message from 90 to life to be a part of their life. God, I got a little bit more information for you. Just think about this. Why are we so sick? Why are we increasingly, as a society, getting sick? And when it comes to America, why are we 60th in life expectancy? But we spend so much money on health care. Why are we 41st in infant mortality? Why are our children being born with autism at an alarming rate? It used to be 1 in 10,000. Now it's 1 in 88. We should be concerned with that. Over 100 million Americans are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. There's only 300 million Americans in this country. Think about this. Let's go back to our babies and the autism. I'm going to read a label to you, and I want to find out how you feel about this. I wish we could talk back and forth, but I understand that we can't. Let me read this label to you. 100 calories. Sodium is 27 milligrams, vitamin C, 0, iron, 10%, calcium, 8%, vitamin A, 6%. Let's go back to what I told you the 90 for Life program is. You need 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 to 3 fatty acids every day, and your body will start to fight off diseases that it's already stricken with, or prevent diseases that you don't even know want to stricken your body. The label I read to you was Infamil baby formula. Did you hear anything in that from that label that you need in your body every day? So if we're doing this to our babies, guys, what chance do we have? And again, we agreed at the beginning, the only chance we have is to mobilize. So I pray for you that you will take this 90 for Life message and get your life back. But the mobilization begins very soon. A few days away, we're going to be in Baltimore, Maryland, at the Baltimore Convention Center. I ask that you contact the person, get back in touch with them that invited you on this call, see if they have any complimentary tickets left, and come hear Dr. Wallet himself. At that event, over 5,000 people will get their life back. I hope one of those people will be you. When I think about Saturday, I tell you it warms my heart because it reminds me of a progression in history. First we had the Civil Rights Movement, then we had the Million Man March, now we have the 90 for Life Crusade. I am so excited that I spent this time with all of you this evening. Thank you for being with me. I'm going to unmute the line. I hope to see you on Saturday. Thank Mr. Bill Wiley for taking introductions, and the amazing Ms. D. Washington for sharing her story of hope and inspiration. I am Lisa Tucker. I'm 90 for life. 4 years ago, they told me I had sarcoidosis, a potentially deadly disease that I no longer suffer from. I hope to see you this Saturday, but if you don't do anything else, make sure you take good care of you. Thank you, guys, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Have a great evening.